The grand mansion of Richard Alden stood on the city's edge, towering like a fortress of wealth. Its marble floors gleamed, its chandeliers sparkled, and its gardens stretched wider than most people's homes. Yet behind its golden walls, a sorrow lingered, one that even money could not heal. Richard was one of the wealthiest men in the country, but he carried a wound far deeper than any business loss. His daughter Lily had been declared blind when she was only a toddler. The doctor's verdict had been final. She would never see the world, never look into her father's eyes, never witness the colors of life. From that day, Richard lived with guilt. He wasn't there when Lily was born. He left her fragile mother alone in those early months. By the time he tried to make up for it, the diagnosis had already cast a shadow. He blamed himself endlessly, believing his absence was a reason fate had punished his child. Richard surrounded Lily with luxury, braille books, the finest caretakers, and endless comforts. But deep inside, his heart remained locked. He could not bear to face the truth. He loved her, but from a distance, afraid to reopen the wound, and so the mansion grew cold. Its echoing halls carried the sound of footsteps, not laughter. Its air smelled of polished wood, not of joy. Everyone in the mansion accepted the truth. Everyone believed Lily was blind. Everyone except Clara. Clara was a young maid in her 20s, working long hours for a modest wage to send money to her siblings back home. But poverty had not hardened her. She carried within her warmth that no hardship could steal. Unlike others, she treated Lily not as a fragile patient, but as a child, someone who deserved friendship, laughter, and love. And from her very first week, Clara noticed something strange. When Clara entered the room with a tray of food, Lily's head turned slightly before a single word was spoken. When Clara placed fresh flowers in a vase, Lily's gaze lingered on the petals as though she sensed their brightness. And once when Clara dropped a shiny silver hairpin, she caught the flicker of Lily's eyes moving downward. Following the sparkle, Clara's heart skipped. Could it be? First she told no one. Who was she? After all, just a maid, a girl with no degree, no authority, no right to challenge the doctors. But deep inside, her heart whispered the truth. Lily could see, maybe not fully, but enough. Clara began to test her suspicion quietly. She placed Lily's toys in different spots, and noticed a child's hand always reached toward the one glowing in sunlight. She shone a flashlight gently while dusting and caught the slight narrowing of Lily's pupils. Each small sign strengthened her belief, but also her fear. What if she was wrong? What if she lost her job for questioning the truth? The breaking point came one golden afternoon. The tall windows of the playroom flooded the space with sunlight. Lily, dressed in a red gown, sat cuddling her stuffed bear. Clara, her hands trembling, held a small torch. She directed a soft beam toward Lily's eyes, just enough to test one last time. And then it happened. Lily's eyes widened. A sparkle reflected back. She reached out toward the light, whispering in a fragile, trembling voice. So bright. At that moment, heavy footsteps echoed in the doorway. Richard Alden stood there frozen. He saw Claire with the torch in hand. His gaze shifted to his daughter, and what he witnessed shattered his world. Lily's eyes alive, following the light, his throat tightened. 4 years, he had lived with the weight of sorrow, believing his daughter's world was forever dark. But here she was reacting, seeing Clara's heart pounded. She feared she had crossed a line, but she stood tall and explained everything. Every observation, every test, every moment. She had noticed signs no one else cared to see. Richard staggered back, his world collapsing and rebuilding in the same breath. Could it be true? Had his daughter been misdiagnosed all these years? He called for new specialists, ones who hadn't treated Lily before. Tests were run, lights shone, patterns checked, and finally the truth emerged. Lily wasn't blind. She suffered from a rare visual condition that limited her sight. But with therapy and treatment, her vision could improve. She had never been fully blind at all. Richard wept in silence that night. his powerful figure crumbling under the weight of regret. For years, he had allowed himself to believe what others told him. For years, he had distanced himself from the very child who needed him most. And it wasn't wealth or status that saved her. It was a compassion of a maid who chose to see what others ignored. Weeks turned into months and Lily's progress blossomed. She began noticing colors. The blue of her teddy bear, the green leaves of the garden, the golden shine of sunlight on the floor. For the first time, her laughter filled the mansion. Richard devoted himself to her, guiding her hand as she painted messy rainbows, laughing when she pointed at the sparkle of his cufflinks, reading her picture books late into the night. But he never forgot Clara. He offered her money, promotions, anything she desired. But Clara only asked for one thing, that Lily always be given love and time, the two gifts money could never buy. The story of Lily spread beyond the mansion. Neighbors whispered it. Strangers repeated it. A billionaire's daughter once thought blind. Given sight to the heart of a maid, it became a tale of hope, a reminder that truth often hides in unexpected places. And kindness is more powerful than wealth. The mansion, once a cold monument, was now a home filled with light. Child learned to see. Father learned to love. And a maid proved that even in the grandest halls, compassion is the richest treasure of all. Gift baskets,